welcome to another episode of Strangers in the Alps, a movie podcast where every week we discuss movies in an in-depth, comprehensive, literary, whatever.
And sometimes we just make shit up.
That's exactly right. I'm Dan.
I'm Travis.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Frank.
And we're so excited to be here because of the movie we watched. But first, can you read the back of the VHS for me?
Oh, well, before we do that, I just want to say...
You mean while you're looking for it online?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So remember I said making shit up as we
Here,
go?
let's find it.
Okay, so...
Why does it sound like there's something on fire?
You know what I noticed?
Help me.
That's the fly. You know what I noticed?
Something caught fire. What is it?
You know what I noticed, though, Dan?
Yeah.
Ever since we rebranded as a movie podcast, we've done nothing but slashers.
That's right. I think that's what we needed to do. I think we needed to say we're a movie podcast who do all kinds of movies, except we're only going to do slashers.
That's correct.
Frank tricked us.
It was my plan all along. And then when we rebrand back to a slasher podcast, it's going to rebrand us again because we'll only
Then
cover...
we'll watch Singing in the Rain.
And I'm back.
Here we go. The Davidsons, an upper-class family, are extremely wealthy. That's what upper-class means. But also estranged. In an attempt to mend their broken family ties, Aubrey and Paul Davison decide to celebrate their wedding anniversary by inviting their 4 children and their children's significant others to their weekend estate. The celebration gets off to a rocky start, but when crossbow-wielding assailants in animal masks suddenly attack, the Davisons must pull together or die.
Or die.
What movie is this, Dan?
This movie's called You're Next.
I know, but I know I'm next, but what's the movie?
Who's on first?
I was going to say the same thing. Oh, my God.
Oh, we're
wait,
just
what?
connected.
No one's
my
ever made that
God.
reference before.
Wait, what?
I hate when assailants invade your home.
Ooh.
It's bad.
You mean like, what's that Santa movie?
Violet Night.
Violet Night?
Yeah.
You mean like Die Hard? You mean like the list goes on and
You
on?
mean like Die Hard in a sleigh?
Dial Code Santa.
That's a good one.
All right, so Dan,
Yes.
I probably already know the answer to this, and listeners probably know. Had you ever heard of this movie before we covered this movie?
I had never heard of this movie, but I will say I liked the title better than the other title that I did not like. What was that movie when I went, this is not a good title?
Wait, did we cover it?
Yes.
We did, yeah.
The previous one?
Yes. What
What
was
did we
it?
do?
Wow.
So long.
We suck, man.
Hold on.
No, the last movie we did was...
Remember I said, I don't like this title. It doesn't make
You already
any
forgot
sense.
it. No, I know. Our last movie was...
Wow. Okay, Your Next is a
Near
very...
Dark.
Near Dark.
Near Dark. I was like,
that was the
why
last
is,
one we did. That feels like it was
why
like
is
2...
Near Dark? That
That was like 2 months ago.
Whereas, well, it
I
probably
think
was.
it was.
I did like the title. So, did I hear of it? No. I can. Okay, I will tell you this. When we, is it called the card? What's the thing you see?
Title card?
The title card. When I saw the title card before we put watch, I will tell you straight up, I was not looking forward to watching this movie.
What's the title card? The one
Title
with
card was
the
just
mask?
gruesome, bloody. No, it was like the girl. I feel like it was a girl, and she was all bloody. It was all just like.
The title card
Imagine
or
what
the
that looks
image?
like.
Or
The image. It was the
like
image.
like when you select the movie. Like,
Yeah,
that's
the
definitely the
image.
image.
oh, so you're not talking about like the actual title card in
No,
the movie?
I thought that's what he meant.
I
But
don't
he
know.
meant...
So what does title card mean?
The title card is the actual... It says You're Next in the movie. But
No,
what you
I'm
meant was
talking
the
about
carousel,
like
right? Or whatever
before you
it's called?
say watch now.
Yeah,
there's
Oh,
the
like
carousel?
just the picture, like the picture
Yeah.
on the carousel.
and I looked at that and I went, I don't want to watch this
The
movie.
thumbnail? I'll
There's
call it the
no-
thumbnail.
Yes, the thumbnail.
And then you got
Whatever
a
we
mysterious
call it,
call that
I didn't
said,
want to watch it.
You wanted to say you're not next.
I felt so bad at the beginning of the movie, and then we'll talk about our pre-thoughts. I felt so bad at the opening because not only was
The
she
couple?
not sexually satisfied, but then she got murdered.
She was next.
That just felt really awful. That's a bad night for her.
She got fucked, but not in the way she wanted.
Yeah, she got
fucked both ways.
Yeah, she
and she
really
had
got
to hear
effed.
and she had to hear that song like 100 times.
Yeah.
Okay, so
So my pre-thoughts were, I don't.
Yeah,
Nah, it's okay.
I don't
yeah.
wanna see- I'm good. I'm good to go.
my pre-thoughts somehow
Had you seen this movie before?
Yes, but
When did you see it?
okay. So somehow I completely avoided all marketing and had never heard of this movie until...
But you know what's funny? We both worked at the same movie theater at the same time. So I don't know how... Or the fact that you work in a movie theater, how did you not see any marketing?
Oh my God, that is funny.
I'm thinking maybe I did. Well, maybe I didn't know because I remember... Frank,
We're hilarious tonight.
Frank, I
So
don't
funny.
know. No, I don't think you were there because I remember a big group of us went to go watch it.
M&Ms?
Yes, please.
A big group of us went to go
Thank
watch
you.
it, but the thing is, they actually played the trailer for You're Next during Evil Dead 2013.
13.
But at that point, I guess when the trailers were on, I was at the concession stand.
Oh, that's funny.
So I
So
think
funny.
So I think I came in at the very end of the trailer, so I saw a couple animal masks, but I was sitting down. And then I ended up seeing this in theaters, and yeah, and then I was just like, okay, let me go see this.
Would you like any peanut M&Ms to mix into those?
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, Sam, do you want nuts?
We're getting
With
a
your-
little
with your
unfocused.
M&Ms.
We're getting a little unfocused here.
Well, those are some great pre-thoughts.
Yeah, I saw the movie and didn't know what it was when I went in.
And
that was your
Sam, what
great,
are your
That was
pre-thoughts?
your great second pre-thoughts. Thank you.
Sam, did you have
Unlike Travis, I had seen the trailers, and I was looking forward to it, and that was it.
What?
Whoa!
Well, funnily enough,
question.
No.
yes. Quest away.
Across the other side of the room. I have a question. What about the trailer made you want to see it? And that's a sincere question because I obviously did not see the trailer.
I mean, it's a bunch of people getting killed. Like, how
Yeah.
cool is that?
That's what we like.
And it's just one of those things where, like, I wonder why they were getting killed and how.
Did
Get
it-
ideas, you know?
Did it show
Research.
Did it show a lot of the animal mask?
Yeah.
And, yeah. I think
I'm
that
going
was,
on my ass. I don't
I
remember.
think that's the reason why a lot of
Yeah.
don't know, people kind of wanted to see it too. And I think
Fetish.
There was a your next
and
inequality
I'm gonna
about
go
it,
into
for
a little bit of making of a little bit.
Making up, like,
Making
you
of
pull
the
out
movie.
Your ass?
So no, the reason. Well,
Wait,
the,
he hasn't given his
oh,
pre-thoughts.
sorry. Go
Why are you
ahead.
touching my phone?
I
Back
don't
up.
know.
Yeah, why are you touching her phone?
Back
Go
up.
on. Go on, Frank.
Back up.
Back the fuck up.
I think
business. Mind your business.
Frank.
Your fucking business.
I actually heard of this movie before it came out, like, surprisingly.
Oh my gosh, how?
Did you see it in
So-
theaters?
It premiered at TIFF in 2011,
Oh.
and I remember specifically somebody telling me they saw it at TIFF and going, yeah,
Oh,
this movie was
cool.
great. I can't wait for it to come out, but there's no... And then, like, 2 years later, it came out. And by that time, like, I'd kind of forgotten about it, and then someone mentioned the title, and I was like, that's right.
That's the one.
That's
You're
the
next.
one. I mean, it's not like a super creative title, but it's not.
But
like,
it's effective.
It's effective, and it's straight to the point, and it
It's
tells
pretty
you
on
what
the
you
nose, yeah.
Yeah, it tells you what you need to know.
This movie's on the nose.
Speaking of noses,
So
comment.
this film, because we were talking about like the trailer and
Hello.
how it gripped. So this movie got its start because
I am still not. What is going on?
you're not turned on, Dan.
Okay,
Turn
no.
me on, Frank. Okay, what's going on here?
You just gotta pull on this.
so we, I mean, I don't know when this episode is going to come out, but we are filming this episode during the week. What are you doing?
Mixing nuts.
Mixing you up.
We are filming this episode during the opening week of Godzilla Kong, New Empire, directed by Adam Wingard, who
Oh,
was
I was
the
like,
director of
where's the
this film.
connection?
You're next.
Yes.
So the film came to be.
He really hasn't gone far, has he?
It's good. Biggest opening this year.
Yeah.
Dan, what did your movie open to?
You mean the one you directed?
Damn.
That was a sleeper hit. I'm just kidding. So
That backfired.
it all started because Adam Wingard has a writing partner named Simon Barrett, and Adam Wingard went up to him and was like, "Hey, I want you to write a horror movie, but I want you to make it a home invasion movie because Adam Wingard said those are the only movies that still scare me. Like nothing else scares me anymore." So Simon Barrett wrote the screenplay, where he was actually inspired by Agatha Christie mysteries and a film I've never heard of called Bay of Blood.
Oh, I haven't heard of it.
And I mean, we all know, I said on the nose, this movie has a lot of dark, cynical humor in it, and
It was
I
lighthearted.
actually have a note about the humor.
well, here I know
Which
you're gonna
I
have.
found
This is
lacking.
why. No, this is why I'm gonna say because I know I'm pretty sure now that I tell you this, you would know all those like scenes at the tables where they were talking and everything. Those were all improvised, like all of it.
They were funny.
Yeah, I thought it was.
I actually put a note on this should be way funnier than it is. Meaning, for what it is and what they're doing, why is this not funny?
Not enough dad jokes. Got it.
Gotcha. I disagree with you that it's funny.
I don't know. I thought it.
Okay, do you
I
have
don't-
anything
I'll have
else?
to point out some of those big yucks that you got at some point while we're talking.
I'm
Do you have
just
any
saying,
more-
generally, like people say, yeah, this movie has its like funny moments in it.
No, I want your opinion about it, not
Okay,
other
but hold on.
people's
Do you have
opinions.
any more of your?
No, that's it.
Oh,
That's actually really interesting, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
because Home Invasion is pretty scary.
Say it again.
Home Invasion is pretty scary.
Yeah.
I'll agree. I think those are still kind of the ones. Like another film that
I
came
agree, of course.
that came out a few years before too. I still think it's great. Is Strangers. Have you seen that
I
one?
have not.
That's
But
also
I have
a
not,
Home
but I
Invasion.
really want.
Strangers?
I think we should.
Strangers.
I think we should definitely.
It's on. It's
See,
in.
it's
The,
on there.
it's in the mix.
Yeah,
And you-
I want to see it. I've heard it's
So
actually
then, wait,
very
really
scary.
quick to sidetrack, the Strangers that's coming out. Are they just restarting it?
So
I have-
it's like a soft reboot, I
Because
believe.
it says chapter 1.
Yes. So here's the weird and kind of cool thing. There's going to be 3 chapters. It's a little reboot trilogy. They've already filmed all 3, and I believe they're all coming out this year.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
They filmed it all at once.
I think so.
And then
But-
I didn't see it, but people said it was good too. That sequel that came out like a few years ago, Strangers Pray at Night.
I heard it sucked.
Is that PRAY?
EY.
PREY.
Kind of
yeah,
a religious
I
sort of
heard
movie?
mixed things
Yeah.
about it. I heard mixed things.
So I'm
I
playing on
guess I'll say.
Sundays.
It's about a Mormon mission.
Yeah. All right, continue. So should we start?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. Can you, Sam?
Sorry, I'm a woman. Can we start, men?
Yes.
Sure. I mean,
Yes, you
where are
can.
we starting?
In the beginning.
The beginning of time.
Every day first.
In the
Oh,
beginning.
but you said that you felt bad for the woman, right?
Yeah, you
In the
said,
beginning.
oh, we're going to give our pre-thoughts, and then I want to talk about this.
Oh, we're getting a phone call.
It's not even that I felt bad for it. It's like, what a sucky night you just had.
Yeah.
You had lousy
Literally.
sex with your husband, and then you're getting murdered while you're having a drink. I mean, this is a bad night
However,
for
So
you.
it leads
sad.
to a really cool title card.
Yeah, because I will
I
say,
100% agree with you.
no, and what I
I
really
did like that.
Right?
and what I really liked about the scene too, because what kind of got me, and I agree, Sam, like home invasion movies still kind of like freak me out a little bit because I think they're the movies that can definitely build the most tension.
Yeah.
Was the scene where I think right before she dies, when she goes up to the glass door and you see the fingerprints
Yeah.
on the glass door.
Yeah.
That got me a bit, and she also had a 5-disc CD changer.
I was going to say
yeah,
that.
I was like, all right.
That's on my thing.
Mm.
Did anybody else have those?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Oh,
I love that.
Absolutely. I had
What-
one in my car.
Same.
Whoa, Mr. Fancy.
My 2006 Matrix, Toyota Matrix had
Wow.
a 5 CD changer.
Mine was
the ones
an,
that come out and go.
So
now most
frickin'
cars
Mine
don't.
was-
man.
mine was an Acura. But it was an SUV. We just keep it doesn't come out. You gotta feed it.
And then I
Mine did
I
too, and you had
pushed,
the
not
buttons.
random. Was it not random? What's the button you push? It's kind of
Shuffle.
Shuffle.
shuffle. It goes to all different discs and plays songs. You hear it go.
What?
I
That's
was
the one
always
thing I miss
fascinated
about
by
old
how
cars.
that worked.
Right?
And most
How
cars.
does it know?
How does it know?
Until
What is
it gets
what's
stuck and you
Yeah.
can't get the CD out, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, and
You're
most,
out 5 CDs.
most cars now don't even have a CD player.
No.
They took 'em
none
out.
of 'em.
One time I bought an Adele CD at Target. I'm like, I'm gonna listen to my car.
Never
And I
mind.
couldn't find it.
And
I'm
that's
like,
why
I
some-
gotta go return it now.
And some of them even have it. They're like, oh, yes, when you buy the CD, you just get the code for the digital
Yeah.
version. Because, like, I can never listen to this.
Yep.
I don't know.
Anyway.
Optical drives are kind of dying. They don't even come on computers anymore either.
You're right,
Power
they
DVD
don't.
stopped supporting 4K on their optical drives recently.
Boot it?
Power DVD.
No way.
Yeah.
Aw.
So I will say, this is so random.
That is random.
So is
The
everything.
mansion in the woods
Yeah.
that they all went to looks so much like the house I grew up in.
really?
Maybe it
I'm not
was.
kidding. When I first saw it, I went, oh, wow, that looks like the house I grew up in.
The
My- our
story's
house-
about me.
What's this your
English,
history?
English tutor, which is what that style's called.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what my house was. It was in the woods, just like this house.
That's scary.
But there were neighbors, like
Oh.
right over there and right over there. So,
Oh, okay.
by the way, I'm pointing right and left.
So when you went to your neighbor's house, did you find them, like, dead?
Listening to
Slain.
the same song.
And that same song, all my life I've been looking for the
I
magic.
did like how the cold open actually came back and played in the movie.
I also have that in
versus
my
it
notes.
just happening and then kind of going, okay, well, we're
The
never going
callbacks were great.
That was
Yeah.
a really nice callback.
I agree.
And a really cool scene.
It was
Agreed.
tight.
What happened in the scene?
Okay,
Okay,
2004.
we're not doing
I know,
tests
I know.
right now. This is not a test. We're just having a conversation.
But I will go 2 because I know it's gonna get brought up, so I'm gonna be the one to bring it up.
Can we just do the general plot at some point?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, go
no,
ahead.
because the thing, your VHS pretty much explained it.
VHS pretty much explained it. So what you have is you have like basically like these siblings that are all coming together to the parents'
And they
house.
clearly don't have a.
They clearly
Did something with the?
no.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, wait, what? I think
It
it's
just got bright for like
In
a
your
second.
There's probably
kitchen?
someone's headlights going
Oh,
by.
okay.
So they all
They
get
don't get
together.
along?
Or the ghost.
Yeah, clearly dysfunctional.
Strangers.
Clearly they don't get along, the siblings, and they each sibling kind of brings their significant other, and they're just gonna stay together for the weekend for the parents' anniversary. Right?
By the way,
I saw
the
this movie 2 weeks ago.
boyfriend of the younger
Oh no, I was
sister
gonna say it.
is Ty West, the director of X and
Wait.
Pearl.
Yeah, that was Ty
Hold on,
West,
wait, what?
the filmmaker boyfriend, the documentary
Oh, okay,
filmmaker.
I thought you meant the brother. I'm like,
Oh, that was
No.
Ty West?
That was Ty
That's
West.
cool.
And do you know
oh,
who
I
the
don't
mom is?
remember that
And
because
do you
his
know
hair
the
was
mom?
so short.
Do you
The
know-
mom is Patricia Heaton, right?
No.
Now, next time you watch the movie, she looks just like Patricia
Well-
Heaton. Who's Patricia Heaton?
She was in
Travis?
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah, it looks so much
But
like
you know
your
who-
Okay, who's
sister.
the mom?
The mom is Barbara Crampton.
No, really.
Who was in
Yeah.
Chopping Mall.
Yeah.
Every episode leads back to the stupid movie.
Barbara, don't call me a scream queen.
She-
Who's
Crampton.
in
She
in
was-
shopping mall?
She's the one that like
Get
she,
me some
She was
cigarettes,
in the
baby.
vent.
I
Not
think
her,
so,
she,
yeah.
was,
Some cigarettes.
she was the one in the vents that like and
The one that burned
her
up?
head her oh no she burned she got burned
All
alive.
their heads exploded.
No, she's the one who got burned alive.
With
Should've-
those amazing special effects.
Yeah, it clearly was not ADR or like a puppet like a
She
like,
was also in Suitable Flesh.
yes she was.
I forgot the name. I was trying to mention it, but I don't remember what it was.
Sliving.
Slay.
And
So
reanimator.
So go ahead.
Continue.
That's all I had to say. I was just like, because
A
you were saying Ty
dysfunctional
West.
family in
Yeah,
the
I would
woods.
say a dysfunctional family gathers together for a weekend at is it an Airbnb?
No, it's
No,
the,
it's their
it's,
house.
the, it's their house.
Their holiday
Their-
house.
their holiday house.
ancestral
I was
home.
never really
Well,
clear.
I guess you find out that it's the dad. I guess used to work for like a weapons contractor or something, but he was like a salesman for like some weapon, and then he's retired
dealer.
and he just bought this house as a fixer upper.
And so they
Oh,
all get together.
That's too bad.
And like Travis said, they don't really get along. I still feel like they have nothing in common, the siblings. And so there's that whole sort of angst going on. Then they all sit down for the big family dinner. Arguments ensue. As the argument sort of peaks into something, salam bam, thank you, ma'am, an arrow flies through a window and kills somebody.
Ty West.
Kills Ty West. And from there, it becomes this sort of moment of
Cat and
mayhem.
mouse, yeah.
And we suddenly lock down, and
It was
never have I seen a house with so many open doors and open windows that had to be all closed.
Well,
Like, let's just leave the house completely open. We're out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, okay, so and then they think that the people with that are killing everyone that have the enemas, they think it's gonna be simple. Go in, kill everyone, but they don't realize is
Oh, we have a survivalist in our.
we have a survivalist. So
We
she's
have
doing
Bruce Willis.
so she's doing rated R Home Alone traps.
I mean,
Which were great.
No, and that's the thing is
It's so good. Why are you shaking your head?
but
no.
no,
I agree with you. I
but-
just thought it was just it's so funny.
Out of left
that-
field.
Oh, I'm a survivalist, so I know how to deal with this sort of thing.
By the way,
There's
my
always
dad
had to be
was in a
that-
cult.
There always has to be that person in the group. Wow,
I
did
have
I
s-
date the wrong girl?
I have something about
or the
that.
right one.
But I feel like, sorry, Travis.
I'm not saying anything.
There are a lot of movies that like people get skills and we don't know how they got them. They just somehow inherit them. So I feel like her having a reason makes it better.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, okay, I accept it. Because sometimes people just like
Like
know shit
like
for
bad
no reason.
times,
Yeah.
like bad times at the Royale.
Oh, I
Where
don't
the guy
remember
suddenly
that
at the
movie.
end
I
was
love
like,
that
I was a
movie.
sniper.
I don't remember
I
that
have like
movie.
100 kills, and everyone's like, oh my
Yeah,
god.
but you know why?
Huh?
Why?
Yeah, it's
He
the
was
same
a
thing.
sniper in Vietnam.
He just happened to be a sniper in Vietnam.
He was a sniper in Vietnam.
You know,
he
I'm
was a
just saying because
heroin
you're like,
addict
every
who worked
movie
at the
has
hotel.
every
You know how
movie
you're
has
just
one of
a-
those.
No, I know, but
But I'm just saying,
I'm not
think
saying
it
it's a
worked for
bad
the movie.
thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing that happened. It's just when that line of dialogue came out, I went, okay.
Oh.
But
Now we have Bruce Willis in the house, and she's going to be able to take care of everything.
I'm going to disagree because that line, it's not like she just suddenly says, hey, I'm a survivalist, and just starts building things.
They
You kind of
asked her,
see,
right?
no,
That
you
Z-bitch
kind of
was
see
asking
that
her.
she's like fighting back, and then it gets brought up a little later where they talk about it. It's not like she's like when they're sitting at the dinner table.
This
You
is
mean
after-
after she beats the shit
Yeah.
out of the first guy and
With
kills
the
him,
meat-
we
with
don't
the,
all go,
with the meat cleaver.
oh, you probably have some skills we didn't know about.
It's a
It's a
good
very
little
particular
twist.
Going
skills.
back to the dinner thing, when the boyfriend got up, I like how that whole dinner scene happened. When he slowly got up, and you're wondering, they weren't really paying attention to him, and so were the cameras,
I agree with you.
right? And then when the slow mo thing happened, and they used a lot of slow mos in this movie, but for me, I love the slow mo because it kind of reminds me of like 80s horror movies in a way, especially with the soundtrack that goes along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So that part alone made me really like this movie.
And
Yeah.
So to be clear, I agree with you. To be clear, this attack happens, and then we discover that there are these assailants, these intruders, and they all are wearing these animal masks.
like barn animal mouse.
And tactical gear.
Right. And we don't know why this is happening, but it is happening. They sort of started getting control of the situation, like they sort of batten down the hatches, as it were, lock the place down, and then they start trying to figure out, how are we going to deal with what's going on? We need to get help outside. We have no service on our phones. And it's all set up very neatly in that we're trapped inside. We have no way out. And what's our plan going to be to try and get out of here and get some help?
And that's why I think it's somewhat, like I said, it has these little twists. I think the beats are good because also, too, you find out when they start to kind of like board up the house, the dad kind of finds out, he's like, wait a minute. Like, because remember in the beginning when that mom, Barbara, comes to hear footsteps upstairs and they all think it's Perna, is you find out, no, like, someone's been living in this house for a few weeks. So Dan, that's why I think, that's why a lot of the windows were open, the doors were open. I think it was like the house was, it was prepped ahead of time.
Trapped or whatever.
Yeah, because the person they had all the pee bottles, so they had been in there for like a while.
I didn't see
Because
the
like
pee
I said,
bottles.
it was supposed to be very go in, kill them, get out.
Leave, yeah.
They were like, I mean, generally, most of the beats I was okay with. I was on board. There were like a couple, like, you're really gonna let your daughter? I'm trying to put myself run out of the house. You gotta be
I
kidding me.
love
I
that
thought that was
scene.
funny.
Oh my
I-
god.
you said humor. I thought that was
It
hilarious.
was fine in how she
And-
was done in, but
Right, but I
the
feel like that's
idea
where,
that the dad
I'm
would
a
go,
track star.
Yeah.
I can make it.
and I feel like that's where the comedy came in, and it works for us because like it's funny because all she wanted to do was not prove, but be like, because she's a daddy's girl, and she just wants to earn like or get his approval or like whatever. So
Yeah.
be like, I
Well,
can
I didn't
do
read
it.
any of that. I didn't read any of that.
So
what
it's
you're
like
saying.
I can do it, and whatever you said, and then she
I
takes
think
off.
you,
and
whatever
you guys
I
are,
said.
you guys
I
are
forgot what I
filling in
said.
a lot of comedy blanks there. I mean, Ready or Not, obviously is funny. It's got funny
I don't see the
dialogue.
humor in that one.
I don't care. You need to catch up and see it. You're way behind.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
you haven't seen
I've
it.
actually never
You
seen
know what
it.
I mean? Though? Like,
Yeah.
it reminded me a little bit of Ready or Not without it being cleverly written. I just didn't think the writing was clever. And you're saying that's
feel-
funny. You're reading into that being funny, in my opinion.
right?
It's not like
But
there's not a
it's just-
clear joke
It's
there.
not like an outright ha ha ha. It's like okay, it's like a chuckle because it's like
I just thought it was ridiculous that
Well,
he
you're
would.
ridiculous, Dan.
and I think,
I'm out of
And
here.
I think that's where Sam finds the humor in. It's like kind of like, oh, it's like ridiculous. I mean, maybe you didn't find it funny.
Was that intended?
I
Yeah.
think it was 100%. The way they set it up and shot it, that was 100%.
But you know which scene was funniest to me was when the brother finally got shot in the back with the arrow, and they were talking about the arrows. Now I forgot. Gee, what were the fucking jokes?
I don't remember.
Oh, fucking Travis.
But the one thing that I did think was funny though is
You'll get it. You'll come back to it.
Plot
Yeah.
twist. Spoiler. You find out that two of one of the siblings, he's the one who set it up because the parents are very wealthy. So they.
Well, you're getting way into the
Well,
movie.
because the parents are wealthy, so he hires the mercenaries to kill them to collect the money. So
Okay,
I thought
Why
hold
are
on.
you? Why
Hold
are you
on.
because I
bringing that
thought
up?
the part that was funny was when he ends up having to like kill his brother,
And
and,
it's
he
like,
keeps
won't you
stabbing
just
him.
die?
And he goes.
Won't
can't
you
do
just
this
die
anymore.
or whatever?
He goes, why don't you just die? And he goes, you're making this very hard on me.
Yeah,
That's
That-
hilarious.
I agree with that. Very dark humor. When Crispin, I think that's his name.
Crispian, yeah.
The
Crispian.
boyfriend, the sort of lead boyfriend, we think is anyway.
What
And
an
he
ass,
leaves,
Yeah.
and he's gone. I mean, to me, I was very early on in this movie going, "Oh, he's
Part of it?
He'll absolutely." And when he disappears and come back, oh, he's going to come back when the mess is over. I was very ahead of the movie as far as anything that they were hoping we wouldn't be ahead of. I mean, very early on, I think that's that sort of Agatha Christie murder mystery thing is, as soon as you have a situation like this, the first thing my brain does is go, okay, why is this happening?
Yeah.
This isn't just happening for no reason. This is very clearly happening, and somebody inside is part of why this is happening.
Inside job.
Very much so. I was very... And so if they were trying to fool us...
I don't think they were.
I don't think they were either. I think they kind of went with the idea that, yeah, it's a mystery.
Yeah.
And I was surprised, though,
With who
that
it was.
the one brother was part of it. Not the one that ended up coming back at the end. I tagged him from the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, not the beginning, but
Right.
once something
When he
happened,
left,
I
yeah.
tagged him. But when the other brother...
The one with
and
the
his-
one
and
with the
his
goth,
funky-
the
and
one
his
with the
funky
goth girlfriend. Yeah.
Z with 2 E's.
Yeah.
Yes.
The obvious alt girl
Yeah.
girlfriend.
Right? Mm.
Dude, I wasn't
Do
surprised.
me
Me
on the
neither.
bed next to your dead mom.
Oh, that was so now, see, that's dark humor. That is dark humor.
You thought that was funny?
I think they intended
Joni,
that to
your
be...
husband's a weirdo.
I think they intended that
You
to
hear
be
it go, I know.
dark humor. For sure they intended that to be dark humor. You need to see Ready or Not, and shut up until you do.
We're not
'cause you
talking
need to
about
see
that.
The, no,
We're talking
you
about
need
your
to see
next.
the movie. So you
We're not
can
talking about your
understand what I'm trying to talk about.
I think Frank.
you
I
know
don't think
what?
Frank. is-
But go ahead,
I
finish
get
your
what
sentence.
he's saying. Ready or Not is a lot more like
Comical.
comical,
Oh,
like
straight
moment
up.
to moment.
Situation, yeah.
This is played a little more straight with moments of like I would even venture as far as to say like mean-spirited,
Yeah.
like
I agree.
dark comedy. But I think that's where they're different because the other movie is a little more farcical about it. This
For
movie
sure.
is very much like
For sure.
she died.
That's what it
You know?
is. It's just
And it depends on how
I
you
think that's
perceive
why-
comedy.
Yeah, I think that's why it's not
I think I'm pretty
landing
good
as
at
well.
perceiving
No,
comedy.
not perceiving, but like we have different ways of thinking what's
Like-
comical.
like
Right,
this
right, I agree.
movie, like I said too, because of like the way like the scene where like you were saying where the daughter's like, oh, I'm gonna go run and she gets her head cut off by the wire.
Wow.
That scene played
Funny.
very well
Oh.
in the theater, and I
Did you
think
slap your knee laughing your ass off when that happened?
everyone
what?
was throwing popcorn
I think
and
That's great.
I think Dan was missing a boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need a slow burn to the camera.
Acme, like Acme wire.
Right, exactly.
And then you add the character that slips on marbles.
I did like the instant preparedness that Erin had, like that moment where she goes back up to the second to the second story and she gets like not cornered, but like one of the assailants walks into the room and like without thinking she like throws the meat like
Oh, yeah.
thing at him and just jumps out the window.
Oh my god.
That was so cool.
She
Okay,
does the
I was-
Leon Kennedy.
I was
Yeah.
thinking about it. If you were ever caught in that situation, would that also be your not the throwing but jumping out the window? Would that be your first?
Yes.
Same.
100%.
Like I don't care if I break my leg. I'm
What
out
would
of
you do,
there.
Dan? Would you have jumped out of the window?
I was reading my notes. I have no idea what you're talking
We were talking
about.
about when she got cornered in the second floor.
Yeah,
and she
Dan,
threw
were you
the
paying
meat pouncer
attention when I was
thingy,
speaking?
and then
When
she jumped
dove
out
through
the window.
glass and went out the window?
Yeah.
Yes.
If you were in that situation, would you do that?
Absolutely.
Would you?
You either do that or die.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no option here.
Would you
No,
do
you're
it
dead
for
no matter
fun?
what.
I don't want to go that glass. Could you just not kill me, please?
Can I just walk by really quick?
Can I just
What if
sneak
there was
by you?
no killer? Would you still do it
Yes.
just for fun?
Just jump out the
Just
window.
to see if I could, I might do
With
it.
the way my life is going, I would definitely do that.
It's a
You had to get the
reasonable-
you had
it's
to
a
get the
reasonable
window
choice.
replaced anyways. So
Yeah,
might as well
help them.
just jump out. Dan, you got that new health out from your YouTube spot. You got that new fancy healthcare now.
got that Super
got
Bowl
that,
money.
Yeah, you got that fancy You have that Kaiser Gold now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
That
the next
super
Roger
health
Garland
plan.
movie, we're gonna light you on fire.
Oh, cool.
Roger Garland gets lit on fire.
That's it. That's just a spot.
I think not now, but before we finish our chat, we have to do our favorite kill because there were
Yes,
so many
absolutely.
of them, and I definitely have mine.
Perfect.
Favorite in a very
Same.
and I'll be surprised if 2 of the 4 of us don't have the same favorite kill.
I think I know which one. Going back to the cult opening and how it gets the callback.
Mm-hmm.
What I love that it gets called back twice after the original kill. The first one was the wife. And what I love is that, like, obviously she doesn't know what's going on, but the audience knows. So we're kind of dreading the outcome of what's going to happen here because we know exactly. No, not the first one. Sorry. What's the girlfriend's name? Erin?
Aaron, yeah.
When she has to go get milk. And you're like, crap, you're going to have it's not going to work out. And you wanted her to figure out what's going on. But obviously she walked away because no one answered the door.
Yeah.
Did
you know at that moment that was the house?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't either. I went.
Because it
I
wasn't
was
the
just seeing
music
the guy.
playing.
But he had didn't he have
Yeah.
headsets on or something?
No, it's played out
He
throughout
was
the
just
house.
sort of sitting there. I thought he could.
'Cause you could hear it.
Oh, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
Did it?
Oh, it was just loud.
Dan,
it was loud.
Did it
Yeah.
give it away to you that one of them was a killer too? When they're like, "Oh, we don't have service," and one of the brothers goes, "Oh,
Yeah.
well, you can buy a cell phone jammer for $30 on the internet."
Was that a hint for you?
I think that was supposed to be the writer going, "This is how they have no cell service."
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we'd go, no.
After the second-
Everybody has
I
cell
know,
service.
I
Because-
would have figured they're remote.
Even in the middle of
Because,
Yosemite
like, I
gets
think
cell
for me,
service
like,
now.
watching it
Actually, you
twice?
know, that's
That's
very
true.
possible. It's very easy.
That's
Yeah.
what I
I
thought.
could make that.
I thought it was just
What?
because of
The cell-
isolation.
A
Make
cell
what?
phone jammer? Yeah,
Is
signal
that why
jammers
we've
in
been
general.
stuck in this cabin?
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because Frank built a cell phone
Frank
jammer.
just needs
That's why
friends,
we
that's
can't
why.
call it. Yeah. Hey, Frank, we'll still be your friend. Just unjam
Let
us
us
so we
go.
can leave.
Okay, I believe you guys.
Wait, you just you
know
know
what?
Dan, you have all that student debt. You can just pay it all off. We can go on a vacation.
What are you talking about?
That's what the brother says.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Anyway, so back to my thing. And then the third time was when the wife went in and then she actually found it.
Yeah.
So I like how
Oh,
it plays with
she
our
found it.
emotions and all that stuff.
I agree.
Like it
I
teases
did. I
you.
like that
Teases
callback a lot.
I hate teasing.
Speaking of teases, I didn't catch that. I didn't pick up on it being like a hint the first time I watched it. The cell phone jammer thing.
Same. But second time around,
But
you're
then-
like,
You're like, oh.
oh,
Yeah.
you idiot. You.
Honestly, and then thinking back on it now, they were like really egging on that younger sister. Like, yeah, you can make it for sure. You know what? Go twice as fast just to be safe.
Get a head start. Why don't you?
Speaking of heads,
Off with her head.
you know, and like you said earlier, I think that the slow motion was really used well.
I did like the slow motion. Absolutely.
Really used well here. Mm-hmm.
Dan thought it was
Indeed.
used well, but it wasn't funny. If there was nothing funny about it, don't even laugh.
It's just,
I don't. I'm not gonna say
I think
there was nothing. I don't think funny is the right word. It wasn't funny to me. Like where I was going, oh God, that's funny. I thought it was just
Did it put a smile on your face?
no.
I think the
Wait,
humor
what-
flew
Time I
over
covered
the
my
top.
eyes. Honestly, a lot of times I was just covering my eyes when I
Really?
knew the hit was coming. I don't need to see that crap.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
I smiled.
You're on the wrong podcast, sir.
Take
Really,
wow.
it's called a movie podcast.
We've been on vacation a little too long, so he's lost his bloodlust.
That's true.
I'm not.
We need
as,
to
I'm not my
desensitize
senses
him.
Where's the
aren't as
Dan
dead
meter?
as they
What was
used to
it?
be.
What
Oh,
would
the
we call
Dan
it?
meter.
What we called it something. It was
Yeah,
like
the
it was,
Dan
The
meter.
Dan meter.
No, but we made a joke.
I was out of his ass.
Okay, there we go.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. I don't mind, like, you want to chop a head off. You want to. I don't. It's just I don't like lots of blood. Like where it's just
Well,
gooey,
you're in the wrong
flying
podcast,
everywhere.
buddy.
No, but I
Yeah.
mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
the rest
No,
of it
I
I
don't
can
know what
just.
you mean.
The rest of it I can just go. Okay, whatever.
With the movie
That's
called-
a special
with
effect.
the
When
movie-
there's just like blood oozing and pouring out everywhere. I'm not a fan
With
of
the
that.
How
movie
are you
called-
fine
oh.
with Battle Royale?
The cold
that
medicine,
movie
I'm
was so
telling
much
you.
fun. I'm
The
telling
cold
you.
medicine.
You hit a couple of shots of NyQuil and watch that movie. It'll be the best
Well,
morning
it's
of your
because
life.
it was children in that movie, so it doesn't count.
That's true.
Is that what it says on your letterboxd review?
Take a couple minutes.
a couple of hits of NyQuil and watch that movie.
How did you guys like the reveal, the twist?
Which one?
Well,
The
which
very
one?
first one that the brother was involved.
Oh, I
You
was.
mean the brother that
the rebellious brother.
I thought it was good.
I liked it because I think too that was probably my
That was
favorite.
after Dad died, right?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. That was brutal.
It happened. Well,
That was brutal. There were a lot of them
that was
brutal.
my favorite kill because
Oh, okay.
Oh, no
Well,
way.
I'm saying
not even close.
because you get within that kill you get a lot of information.
That doesn't make it a good kill.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna mansplain
Hey,
what a good
Dan,
kill is,
That
Travis.
does not make it a good kill.
Dan, I have the microphone now,
We all do.
so you're gonna listen to everything I have to say.
We've been doing that.
I'm saying the reason why it was my favorite kill was
Right.
because in that quick where he gets killed,
Scene,
you
yeah.
find out, oh, someone's been in the house. You find out, well, then the dad dies, and you get the neck slash, and then you find out the brother did it
See, lots of blood.
because
I don't
because
like
I
that.
like when the brother goes. Did you really have to do that in front of me, like the neck, like that?
I like that.
That's why that's my
That's
favorite
called
kill.
funny, Dan.
That's hilarious.
Ha ha ha.
You know what? I think
I
Dan.
did like
I think
that
Dan doesn't.
moment where he says that.
Yeah.
Did you have to do that in front of me? I did like
I
that.
think Dan doesn't find it funny because we're trying to find out. Dan is very cynical, and it's like that's not funny to me. Like I enjoyed it.
Wow.
You're sick.
Maybe you're right.
You're a sick
next.
man.
You're next, buddy.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I thought they handled it really well, though.
It's
like,
very
it's not
subtle.
over dramatic. Yeah. There
The
you
guy
go.
just walks in and is like, did you have to do that in front of me? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Now we know that the guy's involved.
Shrug.
But I feel like the ass aliens were overacting.
A little bit, yeah.
I don't think they were the best
I
actors.
don't know that it mattered that they were completely uninteresting, but I found them completely uninteresting as
Right.
far
Yeah.
as characters go,
Yeah.
not as far as assailants. But I agree with you, Sam. But I almost felt like I don't want to know anything about them. I don't need them to have dialogue. I wish they would not take their masks off. I don't want to know them at all. I just
Yeah.
want them to be wolf face, bear, whatever they
Yeah,
are,
yeah,
and kill
yeah.
them. I don't want to know you.
I want to
Yeah.
know
It
them
makes
as
it
that.
scarier, and I don't care.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
dialogue scene with
The brother.
the brother and them is like, who cares?
My
This
brother
isn't
died.
advancing
They're people too,
anything. We already
Dan.
know the brothers involved. We don't
They're
care.
people too. Okay.
Visually, they looked interesting.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, but Dan, I agree. Like I said, keep the mask on. I think the most interesting thing about
the mask
them
on.
was that they had the animal mask and they had crossbows. Because there's not a lot of times too when I watch horror movies where it's just like dead crossbow. Like it's always the chase and
Yeah, and also, I don't need to see their faces at
Yeah.
all. I unless you're going to reveal that one of them is a family member,
One of the family, yeah.
like it's Crispian or whatever his name is.
That would have been cool. That would make more
He's a
sense
pacifist.
That
as
would
to why
make
he left.
more sense to me,
Yeah.
but that would be an ending thing. But instead, we got a really long speech that was comical. We'll get to that in a minute. But you want to talk comedy?
Why don't we
His
just get to it
final
right now?
speech was comedy.
why don't we just get to it right now?
I think I already did.
Yeah, go ahead.
His long
Explanation?
speech at the end, convincing her that this was a really good idea, that's comedy.
Hold on. We skipped, I feel like, our favorite kill.
Oh, no, we'll get to that. Because I
Yeah,
hope
'cause
you
it
and I
was-
like
yeah.
the same one.
But-
Because it was right before that.
No, Dan.
It was.
And then again, I like that twist. I like
Yeah.
no, Dan. And then again,
It's
too,
organic.
I like
French fried potatoes.
I liked that way. I liked the way the twist presented too because it was she finds the phone. She's like, oh god, signal. Starts listening to it, and then I don't know. She goes. She just answers it, and he goes, "Is this almost done
Yeah.
yet?" He's like, "It's like, dude, buddy, you
then-
expected this whole plan to go through with the cops and everything, and you're totally as soon as someone picks up a phone, you're gonna confess everything."
Right. That's the
I-
most unbelievable part.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
I
'Cause if
agree
no
with
one-
you, and yet I was okay with it for some unknown reason. That he said, I didn't need everything he said. All I needed was, is it done? That's all I needed.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't need the whole.
Nothing else.
No.
And then kind of like, who is this? And then a hang
Perfect.
up. Just something really quick.
Yeah, but
that
you
we
don't
kinda
need
go,
that whole thing.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Not that we're going whoa on Crispin, because we knew he was a part of it when he didn't come back till
Yeah,
everybody was
'cause-
dead. He was going to come back and go, oh, honey, wow, you're very talented at what you do.
oh, did I come? Whoa, what happened here?
Yeah.
Whoa, are you a SEAL?
No, because
A Navy SEAL, that's what I meant.
No,
because that's the thing too. It's, I mean, it does drop its little hints that like
voice and mic.
it does drop the little hints that like is a coward, not coward, but like they do the whole thing too, where it's like when it's talking with the dad, and the dad's like, oh, so how's your like. What,
Writing.
like writing, and he goes, "Oh, well, I could never get in. I could never do it." And the dad's like, I think you can." So it kind of hints that.
It also showed the dad's disappointment at
That's
his
what
own
I'm saying,
failure and all
yeah.
that. No, they really set it up like he was.
Hey, that failure has a name. His name is Crispian.
Glover.
I said Crispin. Is it really Crispy?
I hear Crispin,
What a
but like in the
weird
credits
name.
it's Crispy
Crisp
Ann.
Ian.
Crisp Ian.
Okay.
It is Crispian.
Crispian.
Crispy Ann.
So
Prince Caspian.
Which makes me hate him more.
he
Yeah.
comes back. We'll go back to the kills. We'll talk about the kills in a second. He comes back. We have this huge confession. Honey, I did it for us speech. You're a part of this. I didn't want you to be involved in this.
You were the witness, character
Yeah,
witness.
this speech.
Don't you have loans?
Now,
Don't you want on vacation?
that speech.
We'll
to
get
me-
engaged.
To me, that speech was comical only because it was also ridiculous. Ridiculous meaning this is not good writing. Just why is this speech here? You do not need, not a part of it,
Right.
a part of it, a small little
But however,
sliver.
it fits in with his character.
Yeah, that exactly.
Because like he's
That
a
long?
coward.
That
not that long,
long?
but just like
You know,
what
I
he
agree.
talks about.
I agree. I agree that the speech needed to be there. I just felt it could be like
Shortened.
20% of what
Okay,
actually happened.
understandable.
Because we got it within 15
But
seconds.
Yes.
I
You're right.
like too that it was just the long speech, and then she just walks over and goes,
Yeah.
just kills him. I
Bye.
think it worked
I would
better.
have liked if you just killed him with 15 seconds in.
You're
oh,
sick.
shut up.
You're,
Boom.
you're
Mid
sick.
convo?
I'm just kidding.
No, that'd been funnier.
And the
You're
bloodlust
sick.
is back.
It was just too long.
You're sick.
Which brings
You just
us
wanted to get to the killing.
which brings us to the ending, and then we'll go back and talk about our favorite kills. Although you already did, Travis. You already jumped the gun. Which brings us to the ending.
With the trap.
Why do you keep looking back? Are you waiting for
I
someone?
did.
He's looking for a trap.
No, he's
I-
like how much
He's
time
waiting
has
for
gone by.
Crispian.
He's like,
I-
I kind of want to end this already.
Yeah.
I did love the setup of the trap. I have lots of questions about the execution of the trap at the end, and I'd love to hear
pourquoi?
everybody's opinion on why that's how they decided to do it.
Like the front door.
Why they decided to have a completely innocent cop be done in by the trap.
Why not?
I'm just curious why
For
that
me,
choice was made.
it makes sense because he shot the one person that didn't do anything. Yeah, because he shot. There you go. He came back. It's because he shot the girl. He shot Erin, so she's the only one that like saved
Yeah.
Well,
the situation.
I think. Oh.
So
You
Kill
know,
him.
I
you know?
think too it was just to get, like I said, that last cause okay,
Hurrah.
so you know that for sure everyone, all the people that were not are dead, but all these like movies, they try to like get like the final scare or the final jump or something at the end. I
Yeah.
just thought it was a way where it was kind of just to get the last like whoa out of everyone, like wow, it's like it's over, to get the kind of reaction out of the audience and have people talking when they got out of the movie. That's
Yeah.
just why I thought it was used
I was
for.
looking for something a little more cynical, and I mean that sincerely, not like I'm.
You're sick.
I was looking for something a little more
the
like
ending.
why, because it did not make sense to
It
me.
made sense because they had the trap, so if they tried to come through the front door, if the cop gets it, they're going to try to open the front door. The cop's not going to go through a side window.
But
And then I think it's
I
kind
think
of like,
you're missing my question.
well, I think it's kind of like, well, what's going to
You're
happen?
ignoring my question, which is why the innocent. I don't care if he shot her. She just murdered somebody in his eyes.
Yeah,
So I get why he shot her.
yeah. But
I don't
Right, but
get
as an
why he
audience-
needed to be the last kill.
But as
And
an
by the way,
audience-
she's not dead.
No, I know. But
Well,
she got hurt.
because what else was gonna
Protect her.
No,
She got
Dan,
hurt.
because like I said, everyone else that could have possibly, everyone else is dead. Like, did you want it to like one of the
Yeah, the
assailants?
boyfriend. It'd been
The
cool
boyfriend
if he
be
like
oh,
walked
I'm
out the
suddenly
door.
alive. Like,
Maybe we're looking too much into it.
yeah, I just think it's just a cheap thrill. Like that's all.
I think for sure I'm looking
I
too
think
much into it
I think
because there
he's
is no
right.
answer.
I think that's just what it is. They just wanted like a big final moment.
They just tacked
It
it on.
doesn't make it doesn't have any like, at least for me,
Meaning.
any meaning or any weight in regards to the story, because the story ends right after anyway, and he's the only one who saw her stab Crispian. So if he's dead, then there's no danger of her being arrested anyway. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, and
But it does, I guess, get the audience talking about, oh, that last kill,
and then I
blah,
think
blah,
too,
blah.
it's that build up. Like as odd as an audience member, you see him because the way it sets it up, you see the door, the close up of the handle turning, like and you're like, no, don't do it, don't
we
open
knew
it.
that was going to pay off at some point because
Yeah.
she set the trap. We knew that was
and
going to
this
be.
is where you're gonna get it. Like that's what I think. Like you thought that it was gonna be like, oh, that was gonna be the final kill.
Yeah.
For like, but it's like no, it just
It's the final climax.
yeah. I just think you're looking too far into it.
I think if I were to sum it up in one word, it would be they wanted or one sentence. They wanted the audience to go, oh,
Exactly.
That's literally all. That's the
like
function.
you're talking about a movie called You're Next, a home invasion movie. Like there's not supposed. We're not doing like we're not.
It's not
dissecting.
Shakespeare.
We're not Shakespeare. We're not dissecting the last scene
Did
of
you
The
say
Godfather.
Shakespeare?
Shakespeare in love. It's not like the last scene in The Godfather with the doors closing, or what's the meaning with the sled?
Well, no, because they
Rosebud.
opened the door, so it can't be the.
I just literally think it's just.
Yeah, Dan, don't ask any
Dan
questions, man.
Dan is like really thinking about
Yeah, Dan,
this.
do you
He's
ever watch
deep
too,
in thought.
like those horror
No,
movies
he's
where
still
it's
stuck
like,
on the Shakespeare.
Dan, are you gonna like now like break down and be like, why the ending of Thriller music video? Oh, why does the eyes suddenly turn yellow?
Because he has jaundice.
Oh, wow.
I think you're you're digging into
Travis
this way
is
too
going
far.
in.
I know.
Ripping Dan a new one. My God. Travis, you're okay. It's fine.
I'll concede. I don't care enough to argue about this.
All
It's a
right,
movie
I
Dan.
don't know,
I
Dan.
don't think the
You're
movie's
both,
worthy
like,
of this much
It's
argument.
going at it.
It's a
Well, I don't
movie.
think it made sense.
It's a movie called You're Next.
It
Like,
didn't make sense, and you guys are all supporting my argument by saying it didn't need to make sense. You're right; it made no
How does it
sense.
not
was just a
make
cool way to
sense?
end.
there's
Yeah.
a trap set up and the cops go. They
But
open
why the cop?
because
Why
she
that
called
person?
911.
Cop did nothing
because
wrong.
they called 911.
Well,
Everybody
you know
else
what?
gets their just
Aaron
desserts.
did
Why
nothing
does
wrong.
he get his just dessert?
Because
he did
Dan,
nothing wrong.
a cab.
I
All
think
cops
that's
are
the point.
bastards.
There you. Okay, I'm good now. I'm good now. He gave me a reason. Because we all hate cops. I do not, by the way. Just to
No,
put
we-
the record
we
straight.
do not hate
I'm
cops.
very, very grateful for police
See,
officers.
what I said, it was
let's-
just to get the audience to go,
Yeah.
oh.
Hey, Frank, let's be cops.
No, I agree. Whatever. We're
I
good.
literally think it's
No,
just
you
a
don't.
cheap.
I really
it's
don't. I
literally-
don't care enough to
it's-
argue
That's
anymore.
the most passive aggressive. I agree.
Yeah, whatever. You guys are. Yeah, you guys are great. Whatever. All right,
I
let's
just
talk
want you to.
about
I
favorite.
just want you to know. We stopped talking about it. It was him.
I know.
It was
Yeah, you're right.
Travis.
We all were kind of okay to
I
move on.
accepted whatever
Okay,
you had to say. This guy.
Before we get
Well,
into
he says he
favorite
needs
kill,
some-
though, another scene too.
We
I
already
thought,
know your favorite
no, I
kill, which,
said
by the way,
before.
wasn't even a favorite kill, but whatever.
No, I'm saying before. One scene that got me, I thought was funny, is when the goth girl Kelly gets punched in the face, like
Hey,
super
wait,
hard.
what?
Hang on, which one?
Oh, in the kitchen?
Yeah, in the kitchen where she just gets punched
Oh.
in the face.
That's a
Who
good.
punched who in the face?
Aaron punched Z.
Aaron punched Z V.
It was before the
Z.
favorite kill. Right before.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I know what your favorite
Oh,
kill
and
is.
you can't have it because you already did your favorite
I
kill.
never said I wanted
which
it.
is not even a favorite kill.
Yeah, it is.
To him it
not
is.
your reasoning.
I can,
Here we go again.
never mind. Just go on.
Round two.
To me,
Let them
okay,
fight.
let me set the parameters, and then you can.
I didn't know there's rules.
Hang on, I'm gonna set parameters now. Then I want you to think about it based on my parameters. You
Are
don't
you
have
gonna
to
say
agree
why
with
does it
them.
have to make sense?
Hang on, can you please let me talk? I'm gonna set the parameters, then think about what your favorite kill would be in that parameter. Nothing to do with plot advancement whatsoever. Just a kill. That's it.
Out of spite, he's going to say the same thing.
2 seconds before, 2 seconds after, I
Done.
don't care what happened. Just the actual impact of the kill. Is that still your favorite kill? You know what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying
Well,
to. I'm,
no,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
denying
no.
what you said. I'm just saying.
I'm
Let's
just-
put it in those parameters. Let's talk about just a whack.
A kill that made you go, oh.
A whack. Just a whack.
I mean,
right?
I know what kill you're gonna say. Like for me,
Okay, fine.
I'm just saying it's just for me. I mean, I just
So
Say
you're
your
not going to
favorite
go
kill,
my
just-
parameters.
I'm
You're going to
not.
keep
I'm
going
not,
back to your
no,
thing.
I'm not gonna say because for me, I think what I think was the best kill
Hey,
in the
how you doing,
movie,
Frank?
and what I think my favorite kill in the
Okay.
movie
Yeah.
were two very
Yeah.
different
Yeah,
things.
yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So
And that's
How
my
are your-
reasoning.
no, that's fine.
20 nuggets.
So we've already
Wait, what?
Your
You've already
20
talked about
chicken
your
nuggets, how were
favorite
they?
meaning. You already explained that,
20
which I
chicken
respect.
nuggets.
And now I'm talking about the other.
So
Oh, the best
So
kill?
good.
Yeah,
What kind
that's
of
not mine. Is not the best
Right.
kill in the movie.
What kind of dipping
The
sauce
one,
did you get?
So what is
Dipping
your
sauce.
best kill?
Oh, it's
You
100.
want to wait and go last?
I already.
I love hot
I already
mustard.
went.
Okay, they're talking while we're talking. What's going on over
What
here?
do
You
you-
guys keep fighting.
Are we good?
I got
No,
bored.
we actually came to an agreement here. We're on
Like
good terms
hours
together.
later.
We're in good
Sam.
shape right now.
Yeah.
At
So
the
They're not
same
listening.
time.
Dan, so what do you think? Do you think I should now say it, or should I just wait?
I think you should wait.
Okay, so we differentiated between what I think my favorite kill is and
The
the,
fact
best
that you
kill.
need to get it differentiated is crazy to me.
You know
yeah,
me.
but I get it.
How? What? I don't know. I don't care.
I don't know how they went from.
He's wacky Travis. I get it. So, Frank, what's your best kill?
Okay.
That's what
For
we're
me,
calling
it's,
it.
it's what
That's what
happened
we're-
after.
That's what we're calling it now. It's calling the best kill,
The best kill for me has to be Aaron's first kill.
which was what?
It's
meat
the one.
cleaver?
Meat cleaver?
It's the meat cleaver because. And
Oh.
I will give this
was it
context.
wolf face or whatever, bear face
yes,
or whatever he was?
one of those. I don't. He didn't have a face
They
when
all
she
look-
was done.
They all look the same to me. All those
I-
masks were like.
I
don't
love
know
that
what
the
you were.
lead up to it like builds him up as this badass walking through the window.
Oh, yeah.
And then she's like, nope,
Boop.
boop, boop.
I agree with you. Not that that's my favorite or best,
Yeah.
but I thought that was a great
It is the
moment.
best,
It was
yes.
a great moment for that character because I actually made a note saying, "Oh, she's a freaking secret. She's a freaking secret
And
agent.
Travis left.
Don't let the door hit you in the ass when you leave."
I think it's it's
also
a great
Didn't
kill.
you also
because-
go, "Oh, she's a secret agent or something"?
Yeah.
She's a Navy SEAL.
What did you just tell me? Oh no, it has to do nothing with the plot or character development. You go, oh, I agree with that one. You just completely undid everything. What was that? What was? Oh, I agree. He goes, yeah, it was. He goes, oh, I didn't think it was the best kill. The lead up and the character. You're like, yeah, I agree on that one.
Because it's all in the foreplay.
Okay,
God,
but
it's
however, like,
all in the. Is it foreplay or all in the presentation?
but like, it does show. It makes you question. I'm saying it separately. That scene, for me, it shows that like, okay, she's someone.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've-
But for me, it has nothing to do with favorite
I
kill. I'm
gotta
just
be
saying.
honest,
When
a
I
little-
watched that part.
A little disappointed that she was just a survivalist with her parents. I was hoping she'd say, "Yeah, I was a Navy SEAL." That's what I was really
Yeah.
hoping for, like something really
Yeah.
badass, not like, "Oh yeah, my parents and I lived in a
In a
cave,
doomsday bunker.
So my
in a
favorite
bunker
kill.
as
In a
a
van
child.
down by the river.
My favorite
Exactly.
kill was when the dad died, but not because of that. Because of what happened after.
Okay, you just flipped your
inform-
wrist in a
the
very interesting way.
Gay.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Frank.
It just, like when you find out that, oh, the brother's involved. Like, oh my God, that information. In that scene, you get
You're
so
messing with me.
much information.
You're messing with me.
Because,
I
like,
know.
the dad died, but then, like, you find out, oh, they've been living there.
Oh
They
my
have the
god.
pee bottles, you know?
You're messing with me.
And then they're like, oh, they've been at this for a long time.
But that's not your favorite kill.
No, but it's like my favorite scene because it has so much
There were some
information.
really good scenes, and I agree with the one that you liked in terms of like a great scene with a kill, because there was a lot of good information.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
then, like,
talking
when the
about
killer
a
came out,
clever way to
and then
knock
they
somebody
shrugged.
off, and we all know what it is.
No, you're saying-
we all know the
okay,
best.
it's the
way-
blender.
The
Okay,
blender.
the
Yeah.
blender. That's what I think is the
down.
best.
I'm
Get
kidding.
give me the gavel.
I have
Board
a
adjourned. That
Dan.
blender was freaking. Did I just knock
Yes,
her?
you did.
I just knocked her.
It's the scene from the Goonies. With
Oh.
That. I'm sorry, Sam.
You got too excited, my guy.
Did you get it back? Did you get it back yet?
Yeah.
yes.
That blender was like, I even sat there and going, oh.
Okay, I have a story with that. That's also my favorite kill. That part, I was kidding, Travis.
How many blender kills have you made?
We got a meat
lost
grinder
count.
one in our script.
So then,
That's true.
so I watched this movie with my best friend in a movie theater, and
That was an M&M that just hit
can
the
you
floor and
not
is rolling
interrupt?
around. You're going to eat that, Travis. 5-second rule.
Put it in your mouth,
Dang it.
Travis.
Just put it in your mouth.
Just blow it off.
So then,
Just blow it and eat it.
Go. You're
Okay,
interrupting
so-
Sam.
That's what she said.
I was in a theater. I was watching this movie in a theater with my best friend, and that part came on. And when she picked up the blender, both my friend and I were going, put it in the head, just pierce it. And then when they did, we're like, turn it on. And then once they turn it on, the whole entire theater goes, oh,
That's what I did.
yeah, it's a great
I
scene.
sat in the
God, you're
den
sick.
and I went, oh,
Yeah.
no. But I was also
and
like,
then you
yeah.
see like,
Joni, get over
That
here.
is so
you gotta
cool.
watch this.
See, I
And then you
like
see,
things
like-
like that when you go, that's cool.
And then you
So-
see like
Yeah.
the brain and the blood
Oh,
all mushed
It's
together.
all just,
Dan,
Mm-mm-mm.
I think we've ruined you. You're like, I don't find that funny. I love that.
yeah, you're right.
It's not entirely related, but have you seen 30 Days of Night?
No.
There's a pretty cool beheading in that I think you'd like.
I know
Oh,
which one you're
thank
talking
you.
about.
God, I'm so
Yeah,
excited.
but
If you see I Saw the Devil, that has a pretty cool beheading too.
Ooh.
I think when I was watching that scene with the blender, I did go into my Roger Garland here and there brain and went, what a great idea. Like, you know the whole scene in the kitchen we have with the meat grinder.
Yeah.
When you sit there and go, oh, can you imagine what that visual looked like? A body going straight into a meat grinder. I mean, that's like that was what that was. I went, that's a cool idea.
We need to do with that level, and we need to stay away from Kingsman 2.
the meat grinder.
Yeah.
No.
I forgot that was even in there.
Yeah, we just
I
need
have
to
a
make sure.
suggestion
Kingsman
for
is
you
different
later,
because they
though.
make cheeseburgers.
Involving a dough,
They
a
make
dough
cheeseburgers.
blender.
I know that.
Great. I can't wait to hear it. So, yeah, I was with you, 100%. I wrote that down immediately when it happened. Oh, yeah, this is
But then also,
smashing,
second
baby.
one was like when Z died. Straight in the head.
Yeah, liked it.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Yeah.
It was
She deserved
quick,
it, though.
So to
but fun.
Okay, Dan, what is there anything in this movie that you read? You said, "Oh, I never thought I'd hear that line ever."
Oh, yeah. We talked about it before. Hold on one second. Let me.
While you look.
Yeah, while I'm looking it back up.
I'm gonna say so. For everyone that's still listening, thank you. This has been kind of a.
This has been fun. Are
This
you
has been
kidding
fun.
me? I
know.
love this.
I'm saying my favorite kill is the
God.
dad dying.
Not again.
Differentiated by the best kill. Best kill, I think, is the blender. And there we go.
Wait, okay, so what's the difference?
The difference is one that you like versus the one you think is the best of the movie. I don't really think there's a difference, but I
Okay.
wanted to see this play out.
Right. Same.
No.
But if you say it like that, hold on, then okay, so wait, the one that you like and the one that, what, is the best?
Yeah, the one that gets you to climax and then the one that you think is the best.
No,
Okay,
no,
the
no.
only thing I mean climax was the blender, but the one I like was the wire.
No.
Yeah.
See,
The neck.
The Wire was
See,
super
and
cool.
I can give
I
you-
agree.
I can
I
give
just
you
didn't like
another-
the setup.
I can
I didn't
give-
believe in
I
the
thought it was
setup.
funny.
I
Oh.
can give you another
But
example.
I did
with-
like the payoff.
Again,
was funny.
boy, yo,
I
it
can
was
give you-
It
missing.
needed a little. I agree.
I can give you another example of favorite versus best, and then we
From
can move
Shopping
on.
Mall?
No, is if you go to like Edgar Wright movies.
Well, we didn't hear that at all.
If you go to Edgar Wright movies, I think if I'm going to compare Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz,
Yeah.
I think Hot Fuzz is the better movie, but Shaun of the Dead is my favorite out of them.
I agree.
You get what I mean? Like
totally.
I was
that I
objectively
totally
say,
get, yes.
oh, it's the better. Yeah,
It's a better movie, but Shaun of the Dead is more.
it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot fuzzy balls are better.
So
but
the line that Travis was asking me about that I said, "Fuck me next to your dead mom." That's a sentence I thought I would never hear. Yeah.
well, that's one off the bucket list right there.
What is the? I made a note here. The flashing camera kill.
Oh, I love that because
What
it
was
reminds
it?
me of
Tell me.
Silence of the
Remind me.
Lambs.
It was when
They were in the basement.
they were in the basement.
Yeah.
Aaron set up a camera
To
to
fake.
like keep taking pictures to lure one of the assailants to it, and then she killed them.
Oh, okay. Well, I made a note. I liked
Dan,
it.
we want. Yeah.
Same.
So before we get into like final thoughts and stuff, I wanted to bring this question up because it's related to the director. So as we talked about earlier, Adam
Wingard.
Weird.
went on to direct Godzilla vs. Kong and then the Godzilla X Kong, which is out in theaters.
And
At
he
the
did
time it was
Death Note.
recorded.
He did the last one too.
Yeah, and he
where
did
they
Death
put their
Note.
differences aside
Yes.
Hey,
to
that-
save humanity.
hey,
And
the
came
enemy-
together.
The
Spoiler
enemy,
alert, they
They
might do the
literally
same.
like put their differences aside.
the enemy
Yeah.
of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly.
Mm,
Tale as
great.
old as time.
I'm sure that.
Tell us, told
But
us
Thank
high.
you, thank you, Angela Langsbury.
I bring it up because I feel like not every director gets to do like their filmmaking bucket list. Like, oh, if I'm getting into filmmaking, whether it's acting, directing, or what have you, I want to do this, this, and this. So I wanted to bring this question up to you guys, since we're all filmmakers.
Hey, douche.
What are
I'm an
some of
entertainer.
your
You're very Ty West in this movie.
what are some of your filmmaking bucket list things? Because I'm
like genre?
Or just
well,
anything.
just anything.
I can tell
for me,
oh,
like Adam
Let him
Wingard
finish.
got one of the things I've always wanted to do, which is work on a Godzilla movie in some form or fashion.
I see what you mean.
So that's one.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of yours?
Come back to me later.
I
Yeah,
can
I
tell you
gotta
right now,
pass.
Yeah.
it's something I've actually never. It's an idea that I wrote in 2009 or 2010 in a screenplay for a film festival, a 48-hour film festival. But we ended up changing the script, so it was taken out. It was one shot that I had where it was like basically like the zombie movie, and they were driving. It was actually, we were supposed to film it by the $3 theater in North Hollywood on Lancashire.
United Artists?
Yeah, that where we were filming it there, and it was supposed to be like midnight, and they were supposed to be driving the car, and they like run into a zombie, and then we did the thing where like the blood just splashes all over the windshield.
Oh, that's cool.
That's something that I had written that I've never done, but I guess that's on my bucket list. The one day without
We'll
like
get to do that.
Well, what I'm saying, without forcefully putting it in, being like, oh, like this is something, oh, now's my time.
Didn't we try to do that with the cold open?
Yes, I think we did.
Okay.
What, the splashing?
For
Yeah.
what?
Wasn't it
For
the
here and
window?
Yeah, but
Yeah, the
we
splashing
haven't
against-
done it yet.
But it's someone getting hit by
We
the
haven't
car.
actually
It's
shot
something.
Oh.
Yeah, and like another
I
one
think we wrote
too
it out.
was Sam. I remember when we saw
Did we really?
Sam and Frank. It's when we went to the Q&A also for Suitable Flesh.
Oh.
Joe Lynch talked about he always wanted to have a kill
yeah.
with a backup cam in a
Yeah.
car. And he finally was able to do it. Because like
Oh,
you said,
that's
it's
a
like,
good one.
It's like stuff that, and that's what I think it is when it's bucket list. It's like something you want to do that rightfully fits. You don't throw it in there just to throw it in. Be like, oh, I've always wanted to do this. So, you know, I guess it's more satisfying for you.
I hear you. That makes sense.
Is there anything you've always wanted to do, Dan?
If not like something filmmaking wise, what about like role? In terms of like a role that you would want to play before you retire.
Oh my god.
But Dan, can I give you?
Is there a party I don't know about happening?
Yeah, Dan.
Are you guys gonna roll a cake out right now and give me a watch? What the hell?
I will give Dan, and Dan, I will say this is what I've. One of the things I've always liked about like us working together and writing is I feel like when you do your writing, whether it's a joke or just anything, is you kind of write the stuff that you would want to see. You know what I mean? You don't say, oh, I want to put this in this movie because these kind of movies always do this. You'd be like, well, no I'm writing that in because I actually want to see that in a movie.
Right. I agree. I've always believed that when you are writing a story or filming a story or whatever medium you're using, that you should always do things that you want to see.
Yeah.
I want to tell a story that I want to see. I don't know what you want to see, but I know I want to tell a story that I want to sit in the audience, and this is what I want to see.
Because then all your passion goes into
so
it.
it's passionately directed perfectly into the storytelling. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Whatever. I mean, you cannot figure out what other people want to see. You cannot. That's cheating, honestly.
Well, they do
you
do
have to. You have to do what you want. What
they
you
do,
passionately believe
and
in.
those movies never work because it's always like you see them. Like you see one movie come out and it's a big, and then you kind of just get all the copycats that like come out.
Well, it's called hack. It's hacking. It's really what it is.
It's kind of just like, oh yeah, like it's just taking all the tropes from these, and then
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you,
So-
Sam?
I think I've always wanted to see, like, and it happened, I forgot which movie it was, but, like, I think it was Violent Night. I really wanted to put a kill in where, like, someone gets killed by ice skating shoes.
Oh, I love
That
that.
was,
that
like,
was a
my
good
bucket
one.
list.
Yeah.
But also, one of my favorite movies is Funny Games, and I feel like I want to make something that's so unsettling.
Yeah.
That's,
Like disturbing that makes you question.
like a phobia.
Like,
not
I
a
was going to
phobia.
say, I've read some of your... Well, we've actually worked together a lot, but and I read into some of your stuff, and I agree. I think that's exactly what you want to do.
Yeah, I don't know, just like, because I love movies that afterwards you're kind of like, what the fuck did I just watch? And you kind of question things,
yeah.
and they don't outright scare you, but it's just like,
it sticks with you.
But that's the fun twist
just-
that you bring into your writing. Like
Yeah.
when we all write together, that's sort of the twist that you bring into it as a team. That's all this sort of like, wow, this is like kind of uncomfortable.
mm-hmm. I just
But I
want to
think
make
that's
you question
cool.
your life, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
What?
Tim Allen.
Nice.
I was doing Scooby Doo,
I
but
know.
whatever.
Here we go again.
There
Now
we
they're
go.
gonna
That was
fight us.
better.
All right. So final thoughts.
This was nice. That was a
Yeah.
nice little exit, and then we're back on the highway.
Can I go first?
I would love it because I heard a look at my notes.
Okay. So like
You're
I kind of said in my
first.
pre-thoughts, I didn't have any coming in actually, but I will say my final thoughts. I'll just wrap it too. I hadn't seen this movie since I saw it in theaters, and I was kind of afraid to see it again because I didn't know if I would like it, because I remember when I first watched this movie, I liked Adam Wingard a lot. He also did stuff on VHS, the horror series.
Oh, did he? Which segment?
I don't know off the top of my head right now, but he's done some. He also did this other movie called, I forget what it's about. I forget what the name of it is, but it's about like this like recent, she just divorced her husband. She moves into this quiet town because she finds out
Under the Tuscan Sun?
No, she had no idea that her husband was the town serial killer.
What?
And he's now in prison, so it's her now trying to cope with why did I never see this, and it's her moving to the small town and trying to start over. I think it's called like, I forget the name.
A Horrible Way to Die.
A Horrible Way to Die. I
pretty
have
cool.
it. I can let you borrow
Please.
it. And that's the thing.
Gee,
So,
can I borrow it next?
yeah. So and then I remember the
Hold your
guest.
excitement.
And then I remember the guest coming out, and I liked it.
The
But then
Guest,
I
yeah.
feel
I need to
like
watch
after
that.
the guest, we got like, you had Blair Witch come out, which I haven't seen, but you got a lot of mixed. Then he did like Death Note.
Yeah.
And he did some movies, so I was kind of
He
like,
did Death Note?
Yeah, he did.
but just my thing was, it was more, I had been wanting to watch this movie again, but you know, it was 10 years ago, and you know, just me being like in my early 30s, you know, I'm like, that's like a long time ago in a sense where your taste is going to change, because there's definitely, so I was very, very afraid to go back to this one.
Yeah.
And I will say that when I went back, I forgot a lot about this movie. Like, I knew the twist was that it was the siblings, but I forgot
Which one?
and I didn't know about, and it actually, I know Dan said that he didn't buy it. Like, that twist got me at the end, where it was the boyfriend, him coming back. I was like, oh. And like I said, it's very fun. It reminded me, like, hey, like, I do like Adam Wingard. Having now seen Godzilla, Kong, New Empire, you know, I think he just makes the movies
Fun?
that he wants to make. I mean, are they not always the deepest movies with storylines? No, but they're fun. They have a good
You don't
time.
think Your Next is a deep movie?
No.
I mean, come on.
I know he knows he you know, he just makes the movies he wants to make with his
He
writing
knows a
partner.
specific audience.
Yeah, he knows his audience, and I will say, like I said, I enjoy this one a lot. I've played that song many times, looking for the magic. And I will give this movie. I mean, I'll give it like a 4.25.
Oh, wow. What's your...
4.25 what?
Yeah.
It's funny because I had an object when I watched this movie.
That's hilarious.
Mama.
Was the object in your hand? Where was your object? At
Oh,
that
you know
time?
what? No. We're going to pretend that, like, one of those disc players, one of the slots is slightly broken. So 4.25 disc changers.
The fact that you have to explain further into this detail. Okay,
I
cool.
was stalling time while Dan was in the
Gotcha.
restroom. Dan, you can hear my final thoughts when you listen to this episode.
I can't wait. But 4.25, that's a mighty
It's a mighty wind.
mighty strong rating.
Well, you'll hear why when you listen to this episode.
Who's next?
Can I go?
You're next.
You're next.
I'm next.
Go, Sam. Go.
I feel like this movie had just the right amount of gore. Nothing special with cinematography, so I feel like for me it solely relied on story, which I think the plot was very simple. However, the way they executed a lot of things, they did it well. They could have, I feel like also certain points could have gone over the top and like not believable, but they navigated in a way that it made me believe it and I didn't question anything. So I had a lot of fun watching this movie, and I feel like it could potentially be heavily rotated in my movie watching. So for that, I give it a 3.9 blenders out of 5.
That's what blenders sound
Go,
like.
Dan.
That's my blender.
I agree with Sam in terms of the plot was simple, but there was plot. So it wasn't just, okay, let's do a setup. Now the intruders have come, and now we're just killing one person after another, and it's just survival mode. There was still plot. There was still things being revealed. It definitely had, I guess, I mean, I'm not like a huge murder mystery aficionado, but it definitely had the murder mystery sort of plot points to it. So that kept me engaged. I actually was very engaged in this movie, way more. Like I told you when I saw before I pushed play, I was like, I don't want to see this movie because I just thought it was going to be just a slaughterhouse.
Stupid. Yeah.
And it wasn't. I mean, yes, it definitely had plenty of gore and plenty of gory kills, but it still told a story, and I was still engaged as to how this was all going to play out and how it was all going to finish. And I was surprised by the ending in terms of that she did get shot by the cop. I'm still not understanding why the cop got killed. By
you're
that.
next.
But you're right. There is the you're next thing, so I'll have to accept that. But overall, I mean, I don't want to say I was entertained, but I was definitely engaged. I was never sitting there going, would this just end? Never felt that way. I was totally on board. And so for that reason, I will give the movie a 3.1. I was going to do blenders.
Do blenders because it's our favorite kill.
Yeah, it's such a great kill.
Is it your-
3.1 blenders, or 3.1 out of 5 blender, scramble my brains.
Nice.
So,
All right,
Frank, tell us why we're all
next
wrong.
week.
You can't tell me what to do. Okay.
Yes, we can.
Frank, tell me why I'm right then.
You are correct because this movie was fun. I liked it. I liked the directing. I liked the choices of.
You sound so enthusiastic. I liked
What,
it
are you
a
reading
lot.
off a
I mean,
teleprompter?
there's not much more that I can add to what you guys have already said.
That's a good
except
point.
I think it's funny, in like a that's hilarious kind of way.
God, that's hilarious. Just missing a laugh track, honestly.
Exactly. No, I think it's a really cool little like indie home invasion movie. Like it was made on $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
It
Yes.
definitely looks more expensive than that.
Oh, absolutely.
The acting is never like
That's fine.
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's never like subpar. I think the assailants have a really cool visual look to them. The kills are cool, like across the board, except maybe like the mom's death because it's
Yeah.
like off screen.
Yeah.
Like I think across the board, all the kills are pretty solid, and there's some really good highlights there. And the ending is cool. Like I love the fact that an innocent cop is murdered because, it ties deeply into the plot.
Mm-hmm.
So with that said, I'm gonna give this 4 innocent dead cops out of 5. I had to go there
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the reaction from the audience.
Wait, what's your score, Travis? 4.2?
4.25.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I hadn't seen it in a while, so I wasn't scared that it wasn't gonna live up, but I was more like, when it comes to like revisiting certain movies, I'm always questioning like, will I still be engaged if I've seen this already? And well, that was good.
For me, like when I view these things, I remember I liking it. I remember me liking it. For me, it's more like, which part was it that made me go, oh, I made me like this movie before.
You have passed the test.
It's a vibe check. Yeah.
Yeah. I get. What was the part in this movie for you?
The kills. I think after the first kill, I'm like, oh, they're not afraid to like really go for it.
It was like seeing an old friend.
Yeah. Love
Who
that
killed
person.
you?
Exactly.
All right, Dan, where can you find us?
Oh, we got to pick our next
wait, hold on.
movie.
Okay.
Hold on, he got one.
Ooh. Okay. So next week,
Is that you rewinding?
we're covering Don't Breathe.
Ooh.
Don't Breathe.
Don't breathe.
Don't Breathe.
I can't breathe.
Have you seen
Imagine
it,
if
Dan?
this Don't Breathe too.
Dan, have you seen it? Have you seen it?
Dan, have you seen? Have you heard of it?
I can't wait.
Don't look at any trailers or anything.
Oh, shut up.
Because we know you always do. Have you seen this? Have you heard
I
about
wish
this?
this was
No,
a
like-
podcast on video right now.
All right,
I've
everyone.
always wanted us to like film.
To see Travis's reaction. Hey, like us, share us, review us.
Show us
Tell your friends about us.
friends, enemies, neighbors,
Whatever.
classmates,
We need to
whatever you want.
Spread the word.
Just
Strangers in the Alps is alive and well and uploaded on all your favorite podcasting
all the
streaming
time.
devices.
All the time.
And
We
now
all the
we're
never-
time.
coming to you
All
in
the
tape.
time.
Yeah, we have, we're
Don't-
very consistent.
Yeah.
Are we?
All right, bye. See you next week.
Like us, share us, review us, tell your friends about us, tell your enemies about us, Who else, Travis?
Well, I will say anyone. And you can also, too, if you want more content from us, go on Instagram. Go on look up Satellite 12.
Yeah.
YouTube, we have videos. We got new stuff coming out. There's a lot to enjoy.
Visit our Patreon. We don't have one, but
Our OnlyFans.
But try and find it anyway.
There's several.
We just don't do podcasts.
We are not Satellite 13. If you find Satellite 13,
back away.
you've gone too far.
Yeah, that's not us.
Go back
You
one
went
satellite.
one number too high.
One satellite too
And
high.
if you find satellite 11, you haven't gone high enough.
this satellite goes to 11.
Ouch.
All right. See y'all.
We cannot wait. I'm Dan.
I'm Travis.
Sam.
I'm here.
That's Frank.
Oh,
Bye.
Lord, it's
You're
Frank.
next.
And we are
You.
Out.
out.